do have some utility to work with. Interz and Hobbits are going to just aggress hard onto this A ramp. Brollan's going to be flushed out, and now, oh, he's taken two. He needs to be careful. He's going to be traded.
Found himself that third as well, Jim, as interz is knocked down to 39 HP, but fnatic, they're going to have the numbers for the retake, and smooya so quick on the flank. He wasn't spotted either. So over the top now, oh, interz almost puts himself in a position to succeed as the flank comes through. Now, Axile has a whole lot of CTs to get past, but he's forgotten about smooya, smashing his way up ramp there, and there it is. fnatic swinging out of the gates and successfully retaking to get the first round on the board.
Yeah, that was fast and furious from Gambit. They had all the intention of going A and quite quickly. fnatic were down for the duels though, so the rotation was very quick. Very, very quick from them, and it just allowed them to essentially take those duels on the A bomb site as Gambit arrived. This is great work from Brollan there. I actually thought he was going to fall off the map, to be honest, but he very nearly took a third with him.
What are we going to see here for this eco? fnatic trying to dump that nade on the heads of Gambit, but it's missed the mark, and the contact play comes through, but Crim's in a safer position. It's nafany to actually crack open things. The A site find themselves a trade, but Hobbit looking to make his way over the hump in time. Crims looking to hold strong, but smooya chiming in with that A1S. Mollied off, though. And counter util comes through over towards the hump, too. So, fnatic maintain the man advantage for the moment.
Crims once again playing that off angle. smooya also hurdling up, making things incredibly difficult now for Gambit. Axile and interz will need to combine to try and make this work in their favour. Oh, okay. interz has found two.
It's all on his shoulders now. Losing his teammate with 14 HP. He's got a long way to go. Bomb down over towards the B stairs as well. And fnatic fully aware of the scenario. He's grouping up, looking to lock down the objective as interz squeezes out every second. Looking like he is going to go for the round, but just taking a longer approach. In case anyone was watching, connector under here on Vertigo. Bomb just teetering on the edge of the stairs there. It's going to be so damn tough. Just make his way in, but now spotted. CT's looking to hold this one together. Playing down that clock, and interz opting just to keep the Galil into the next. It's going to cost him a pretty penny. Could be some decent investment. Either way, fnatic going to be able to net themselves that second round and start off strong here on Gambit's map pick.
Guess it really comes down to now what Gambit's options are. They're going to have to play around interz. He's got the only weapon, and unlikely that anybody else is going to be able to buy anything, and they won't. So, as far as Gambit is concerned, probably just going to try and bide their time into the next gun round. However, they can get themselves a plant. Ideally, that's where they want to be. In the meantime, though, fnatic are actually the ones to take a timeout here. They're not too sure what to expect, but I mean, realistically, what they want to be doing in this situation is minimizing their losses. So they'll be discussing what they need to do in order to do so. How deep are they going to play some of these setups? Or are they just going to go for something super aggressive? I mean, I'm looking at the utility spread across them. They do have 4 Molotovs and HEs to work with too, so real potential for damage at distance.
fnatic just going to be fighting here for ramp. Lurk smoke invested for Gambit. No one committing up towards the scaffold yet. The second smoke coming through, interz boosting over the top. But Alex, who knows that he be able to find the info, but the flash just commits onto Alex as well, who's going to be able to spot the line. Spam starting to come through, and Gambit going to be stuck over towards that right side corner.
Somehow they avoid all that spray. though, is so much better at playing above the smoke. And there's nothing on offer here for Gambit, to be honest. They're not having any chance to progress on the side. They're just going to try and stand and fight, but they face the firing squad. His name is Brollan.
That's it. The mailman delivering up a storm, unlike Australia Post. DHL, though, never miss. But moving forward, into the fourth, Gambit are looking to make this first gun round happen. Already getting a nice little bit of chip damage onto fnatic's economy. It's not quite at breaking point yet. Smooya. Still got this AWP to play with. Let's see where he ends up.
Oh,
There you
go. No way interz would have anticipated that. So we're seeing already an aggressive approach from smooya. That's what I like to see. They can just take so many rounds on this CT side. I think it's going to pose a problem here for Gambit. Again, he's just moved that AWP around. This is what I like to see. Oh, that flash though.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been a problem.
It's always great to see some CT proactivity. Smooya's looking to provide just that, but he doesn't want to get caught on the swing here. Up towards the lane. Dunks on him. It's going to make light work for Shiro. Connects with the AWP regardless. And Brollan not going to be able to hide in the smoke. The bloom comes through just after nafany spotted him. So just like that, the round is going to be turned on its head for the moment. nafany over the top. And Gambit taking every second to clear out every single angle possible. And the two remaining weapons for fnatic to play with leaves some more to be desired. Especially in a 2-on-4. And I dare say fnatic, they're just going to be looking to save here. A1 snatched away from Mezzy. And Gambit, they look like they have secured their first round on the board, but they're looking to do some more financial damage.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. Not going to be able to do so. Grims will pilfer an AK.
Not bad. A couple of firm handshakes there. And everyone allowing themselves to survive for the final five. And with the two rifles carried across for fnatic, they are going to be right at range to buy into the next as well. And its economy not quite stable with only 3 alive in the previous. But again, look at this. Great teamwork, great boost, great positioning from Gambit all around. Let's see if this trend continues.
That's positive signs from them. They needed that. Otherwise, they were just going to suffer some ill-fated attempts. As, well, Brollan's already made immediate impact in this round. He's gotten what he wanted, and that was an early opener. Onto ramp. Hobbit, though, is going to go searching for a reply.
Going to be able to find anything just yet, except some solid control here at yellow. Gambit still just hanging around over towards the lower portions of the map here at ramp. With some noise made. We're not actually going to see fnatic overstay their welcome at ramp. They're just happy to play the numbers.
Very defensive lines being held by fnatic. Smokes will rain in from Gambit. Alex needs to be careful. He doesn't want to fight with the rest of his team.
Interz try to make his way over the top. But speaking of that, Brollan doing some good work now. Nade going to miss the mark. So 3 damage onto the bomb planter. Interz decides to stay forward, looking to play off the back of the flash. Now smoke fading, not going to favor him with the smoke there. All 3 players looking to filter their way out of elevator and just waiting for the util to come through. They know that Shiro's got this AWP cranking, missed flick, uncharacteristic. as Hobbit now in a 1-on-4 needs to clutch it. No one tapped the bomb just yet, but he's going to start to thin the numbers of the CTs. Peeking Hobbit clutches with a 4K.
That's ridiculous. Hobbit with the spray. Oh, dear me. That's around the Gambit. Certainly wanted, certainly needed, and they take fnatic's money and drive it down into the dirt. Get off the bomb defuse here to try and take this fight. Oh, Mezzy. Unfortunate for him.
And there you have it. That's how the second round unfolds. Individual brilliance from Hobbit. First couple of kills in the map. Transfer into a round on the board. So big play from him. And already an opening for fnatic here. Mezzy getting the better of Axile.
Gambit just trying to minimize all their losses in these sorts of rounds. Already lost Axile, so they're going to try and treat this round with as much respect as possible. That Molotov will come in and drive Mezzy off the line. Oh, Alex. Catch Hobbit out. Not to be the case.
Hobbit on the offline. Holds the flank down. Fort not quite as solid as wanted for fnatic here on B. And they're going to be thinned out. 4 alive at the end for Gambit. Keeping those rifles alive, and more importantly, the AWP as well, in the hands of Shiro. And tying up things nice and early as we head into round 7.
There is no contest, though, from fnatic. He's going to go for those rifles. Trying to prioritize as much utility. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Brollan.
Travesty.
Who's responsible for that? It's not a good start.
There was no team damage. Got where he was promoted. He definitely didn't just pump his mouse.
Crims has taken a world of damage too.
They're going to be looking quite fire with fire here over towards the bottom of the stairs. Crim's not going to be burning at all. That Molly's above him. And he'll find at least one. Mezzy. Going to go for the trade. But he's valuing his life here. Falling back at B. Top of that nade on the shoulder. In this 4-on-4 position, Gambit now looking like they need to just regroup over towards the A side of things. Brollan quite low, jiggling. Or jump peeking. You see Nafany thrown across the line. Spotted. Molly dropped. And it's all about the timing now.
Caught out, actually. They're not going to filter through. However, the Molotov, though, from Hobbit, drives out Brollan, and that's one mystery solved. It was smooya putting the knife into the back of Brollan, and now they're going to hit this A bomb site here. Alex tries to take the aggro. Smooya's still up. And, oh, the timing not there for him. All eyes on him.
Big nade onto Shiro, but the man is not done. Hits some damage back. For a full 100 onto Mezzy. And that is going to be another round found and the lead achieved for Gambit. Now into a very solid position. It's going to be 4 rounds in a row after getting those guns in play. So we'll see what fnatic's going to be able to do to try to get back into the half, because if Gambit get way too many here, then it's going to be an extremely difficult affair into the second. Of course, Vertigo. I believe for IEM Winter, it still has been CT-sided for the most part. I'll have a quick old check-up at where we currently are for the whole damn thing.
Delve into those stats, Mac. I mean, we're looking at a map here too. As I said, it was previously a bit of a stronghold here for Gambit. And it's certainly their CT side where they're more proficient. So the more rounds that they can start to pile on here on that T side, even better.
Oh, yeah. I found it. The numbers. They're in. Statsman Mac here, 58%. of the rounds are won on the CT side here in IEM Winter. 41, of course, on the T side. And that's a great way for Hobbit to start the round up against this Deagle Bite. Okay. Over the flames, Brollan able to answer with one of his own and maybe get this rifle in his mitts. There it is. Looking just to escape away, and he's got a flash to play with as well. What's going to be happening over towards B here for Gambit?
Oh. Hims is just positioned to potentially be a real headache for them. Oh, no, he's just been dealt with. So, that means that Hobbit now don't take control of mid. Mezzi's good for one, but that's going to be about it. So, Smooya now has an AK and a 2 versus 1.
Here comes the cross, though. Shiro on site and an awkward position as Smooya tries to make the jump. Axile, couple of bullets into the ragdoll for good measure. It's 5 now in a row for Gambit. 2-round lead. But fnatic back on the guns again. They've got that round loss bonus, so every second round they should be right as rain to buy. But again, if Gambit get too far ahead, then things get dicey.
Certainly not what fnatic would want, that's for sure. And you're right. You need to keep control of that CT side economy, otherwise things will start to spiral out of control. You don't want to be in a situation where you've lost control of your economy on your opponent's map pick. Particularly on the CT side of Vertigo, a map where it's not your map pick for starters, and in terms of your map stats, CT is actually your better side. So you win 54% of your rounds on that CT side as opposed to 46 on T. So you really start to question whether or not it's doable for you. But smooth back on that orb. That might provide some better coverage, particularly on that A ramp. We've seen Gambit just group up, try and progress through the use of utility up this A ramp. They're going to take some utility damage, but actually going to go way too deep. Hobbit might spot out deep.
Oh, Brollan. He's actually got a little gap on the back of the smoke now, and that's going to open things up. Smooya not going to be able to escape as nafany swings in. And it's straight into the 4-on-4, but Alex isn't done just yet. Edging forward, expecting Gambit to be fading away. They're just going to try to catch them before they can get to safer positioning. Ooh. Tense standoff. At the minute mark, Gambit look to commit.
Nafany just searching for that spray. Okay, double push here potentially for fnatic. Brollan and Alex are going to try and combine. However, spray is good. Nafany and interz combine. So that now is disastrous for fnatic. It is still doable though. Interz and nafany are quite low. However, Axile just stabilizes the round. Mezzi's nowhere to be found. That bomb is actually making its way, or was making its way back to B. It will just about face and head back toward A. Mezzi's just looking to save here.
He's in the spot to do so. Question is, how much do Gambit value getting the rifle out of his hands now? Looks like they're happy to go for the hunt nice and early. Will they find him?
I don't know if they're going to be able to find him, though. I mean, Axile might be the only one that's headed towards this area. Okay. Might have a fight on his hands here. Oh, spacing is good for the T's. They make that trade work, and Mezzi's body just slides off this skyscraper. So Gambit now, they've really put fnatic on the back foot. This is looking much more like their map pick
off to a very solid start. 6 in a row now. Just stacking up the numbers round after round. Making it look pretty damn easy. In doing so, and that's back on a lackluster buy again. Not bringing much of the round. Chiro hunting for anything. Attempting those wall banks. Just going to be that 3-2 split. Alex jumping for info. That sharp Shiro feeling. Ooh. Nade connects as well. That's huge chip damage. With the util and on the line. Nafany's already holding it. Alex in trouble as well. And this could just be the A site lost if Alex can't get to greener pastures.
They're not going to regress though. Not going to overextend themselves here, Gambit. They are going to just progress as a unit. Lots of utility being used, and they are going to just stream up to this A bomb site as they utilize as much as they can. Try and keep that spacey good. Mezzy, though, does manage to pick nafany. And now these pistols are starting to work. This is a chorus. And, well, fnatic is starting to sing.
Well, the pressure is way too much now, but Gambit able to salvage the round. It's up to Mezzy. 20 HP. 18 seconds to stop the plant from going down, and Gambit, they're hunting for the kill, but he's pulled out the secondary, and 48 HP interz trades, but it got way too dangerous for Gambit there, but it's another round regardless.
I was just waiting for that no-scope scout to just make contact with the interz, and that would have been disastrous for Gambit, given how well they were going in that round. After the heroics of Axel. I mean, if you're fnatic, you've got to be disappointed with that. They had a clear player advantage, 4v2.
Having a quick look at the team economy presented by Coinbase. Looking pretty good for Gambit. Starting the trend downwards, though. fnatic will be able to buy up again. Plenty of cash in the bank all across the board, but I don't know if it's going to transfer into a fourth. Even with these opening picks, Gambit have just been able to fight their way back in round after round. And fnatic just can't seem to find an answer here on Vertigo.
Yeah, they're looking better and better, though. In these sort of situations, in these, I guess, broken play scenarios, this is where the individuals are shining. Can't think of a better scenario for Gambit's young stars to just start to take the match into their own hands here. It's, well, I feel as though this early approach from Gambit here towards this A ramp is just a bit of rinse and repeat, right? Just progression smokes up the ramp, exchanges of utility, and essentially firing all of their bullets into those choke points in the hope that they will just tag people down. It's a little bit repetitive, but I mean, it is a set of conditioning, right?
Ooh, Mezzy. Not going to be able to connect this time, but Crim's there to pick up the scraps now as Gambit look to potentially wrap on the front of sight, but a molly coming through to save the day, but there's flames burning everywhere, and Crim's now in a dangerous damn position. Being the point man, but at the same time, it's going to be the boost over the top. Alex reads it and will connect. 2T's quite low now as Crims, he's looking to take a few more names. And with 15 seconds, Gambit, they need to try to create some space. Smooya threads the needle past Jen. And Alex locks the round. So it's finally a fourth found for fnatic. But is it too little too late? Gambit already with 7 here on the T side.
It's been a long time coming for them. They've just had so much go the way of Gambit that they maybe were starting to lose belief in themselves. But, I mean, Alex, once again, he's been just so consistent for them. He's having to dig in, put a shift, as well as IGL for the team. Not been easy. Oh, and even then now he's just popped so much chip damage from that grenade. And even now, nafany finishes the job too. So after some success now, fnatic are starting this round without their in-game leader, without that player parity. nafany is actually going to try and see whether or not he can just work with the space that he's been given.
Okay, entry comes through now. fnatic able to maybe hold down the round, but again, it's going to be Brollan playing close, and the man wants to go in. Big flash comes through, but Gambit connecting. Again, Hobbit. Such a master of this position on the ramp. And just like that, it's back to the two-man advantage for Gambit. So taking that bomb back to B. He's filtered out by Shiro. It's Crims against the world. 3 HP to do it, and a missed opportunity there onto Axile. Reload going to be hurt, and Shiro advanced, so it seems he's tried to find a timing. That's all he could really hope for, but Shiro locks the round down. 8 secured. And a 4-round lead now for Gambit.
And that is disastrous for fnatic. And they're surely going to be disappointed with the fact that they took so long to find their first round. And the fact that they can't string back-to-back rounds together is definitely frustrating for this roster. Definitely frustrating for them. We know that this map is a strong map for Gambit, so they need to try and take as much away from this CT side as possible. There is going to be a push through here to Generator. Actually, that could have been disastrous. interz is going to clean things up a bit. Brollan does have that M4.
Issue is, Jim, in a 1-on-4, it's a big hill to climb. And the pistol aggression at mid was expected. The gen position from interz is so damn strong at the best of times. And that's exactly why. It's too hard to fight the man, even with strength in numbers. Looks like a save is on the cards again for Brollan. Trying to keep this M4 alive into the next, hoping that the firepower this round would have worked out. But it didn't. And Gambit now tripping over into a 9th. Just fending off those pistols.
And Brollan's actually going to be able to save out this M4. So that is, at least for fnatic, some hope for them in the last 2 rounds of this half. They need to take this 9-6, to be honest. Gambit heading onto that CT side is statistically their strongest side, so I think this one is only going to get difficult for fnatic if they do not get to that 6th-round mark. As I said, it's tough. Not going to give themselves enough of a round advantage. 11-4 would be, as I said, a real chance here. Gambit. Oh, Shiro over the top of that smoke. He's just been a real revelation for them. He's looked sharp as ever. Smooya does level the score, though.
Nice crisp shot rather over towards Hobbit. In the 4-on-4 now, Gambit regrouping. Trying to find a timing onto Mezzy, who's perched up onto the plywood. But he's pulled the molly out at just the worst possible time, spotting that foot. Got a lot of work to do. Crim's close, with a full belt of util. Gambit now looking like nafany coming in through mid. It's just going to be this B pincer. Let's see how fnatic go to hole.
Late mid control on the cards here for nafany. And at least chance here to be a real pain for fnatic. Oh, Brollan, they're going to walk straight into his crossout. He's so far down. Oh no, he can't get past. He can't get that smoke off. He's under pressure. Are they even going to get into A though?
That's the question. the boost at the back of the ramp. Just a moment, trying to find a line. An awkward one at that, and smooya locks down lane, and there's no time remaining. As fnatic finally salvage another round, but maybe not the half with 5. Into the final round here of half number 1 of Vertigo. A quick stock take. Money for years, even there for Gambit. Stonks rising. Heavy investment into this one, and fnatic as well. They're going to have everything they need to try to get a 6 on the board. But I'm not too sure how close they're going to get to that, because Gambit, well, they're in prime positions to strike now. Nafany with the pick on the Brollan. He's thinking about maybe going for the speed up lane. fnatic back away with the 2-man setup on A. And smooya probes through mid as well. Trying to take some form of map control after losing ramp.
Oh, smooya. He gets away too.
We're at the minute mark now. Gambit look to strike towards B. They've got the util. They definitely need a whole lot of nades here, which could be dumped on Mezzi's head. There's 2. Chipping away at him. Over towards Ninja he goes. Just playing here at the back of sight now, and the numbers starting to come across. smooya needs to try to connect to save him, or at least just buy some time for the rest of the troops to rotate through. But the bomb's starting to make its way in now, and all players for Gambit are here. They're just going to try to use brute force. They've pumped the brakes for the moment as they know that Crims is going to try to go forward and look for some info. Shiro with some util in hand, and Crims another. Spamming over towards Rops there. It's now a 3-on-2. Axile flashed onto the line, but Crims, the absolute savior in the end of the half. Interz 4 seconds to get the site and plant now, and the man has way too many CTs to get past. No crazy spray transfer this time, and it's 6-9 at the half.
What up, future pros? I have a nifty fast A smoke I saw Apex throw to help you on your pistol A rushes. You throw this smoke from the T spawn and it will block off the left side of the A side, allowing your teammates to run up short with a bit of smoke coverage. To throw the smoke, first shoot out the glass above. Really, this is the only one you need to break, but shoot them all anyway. Then get yourself stuck into this invisible corner next to this beam. Aim between these 2 dots as shown and jump out the smoke. This smoke will soar through the sky and land perfectly to block off the vision of short from the bomb site nice and early. As long as your teammates take out anyone playing close, you will have a decent standing to win the round. Good luck and rush A?
With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother.
Got that momentum. And if a pistol is taken by them, well, all of a sudden fnatic could be in trouble, and we might just be sending it quickly to a 3rd. But I guess we'll see how things go before we try to go through all the theoreticals, Jim. It looks like it's just going to be a bit of a bloodbath over towards the A side of things.
They're not messing about here, Mac. And they're going to go straight up the scaffolding. Nafany is going to take first contact. And, well, Messi actually gets tagged from behind. So, however, the pain train rolls on through. Shiro, though, is the only form of resistance left here at A. The bomb plant will come in and, Well, it's on to interz and Axel to try and pick up the pieces.
Edging forward here. CT's trying to figure out where they need to go and how to figure out to get past the couple of T's that are already tagged up. Into no kit in play, and he's just hoping to wrangle a 10-second defuse, but it's not going to happen. Big round from fnatic to get them back into the game. 7-9 now. If they can lock down the 2 next rounds, they'll be knocking on Gambit's door. So solid approach coming up from lane, splitting it. Cracking heads. Doing everything that was necessary. We jump on into the second Gambit. They're going to be buying in. No surprises.
Oh, that grenade from Axel could do a lot of damage. He's going to be dunked on top. However, barely singes the hairs of Mezzy and smooya. So the pistol investment coming out from Gambit is going to have potentially fnatic in trouble. However, they're going to group up quite nicely, going to fight their way onto this B bomb site, and now Brollan struggling here as the pistols do damage. It's Mezzy who picks up 3 to just salvage this round for fnatic, and now nafany could do damage, but Mezzy is so solid in these sort of situations.
Gambit with the read. Just unable to connect the ones that were necessary. Mezzy. A nice little solo play to bring it back from the depths. And now up against just these base gold pistols, couple of P2s in the mix. We are going to see fnatic try to make light work on Gambit. Now smooya just going to be destroyed jumping up the stairs. That's a Mac 10 retrievable, but also the acceleration hit now with Mezzy stuck in the corner. But as this has all happened, there's also an opening over towards mid.
CT regroup though. Pose a threat here as fnatic they will stream to the side. Oh, Alex! Not aware of the positioning of nafany, though. They're just going to jump through and feed the beast.
Nice tracking coming through from Alex there. Picking up 4 as well, pushing through to secure a few more. And a 9th as well. More importantly, that's a tied game. And it's a similar start to what we saw from Gambit at the beginning of Vertigo. Let's see if things swing back in Gambit's favor. Now they've got some guns on the board. And an SMG like the Mac 10 in the hands of Alex can still be utilized on a map like Vertigo. You just need to get him into all the right positions. Nice close range engagements. And the extra movement speed as well. It could definitely play a factor, and it's ramp control that fnatic are after. Going forward nice and early, couple of matches to try to open things up. Hobbit able to find 1 as well though. And off the back of it, it's Alex. 2 with the Mac 10. That's exactly the contact and the impact that fnatic were looking for.
Okay. Caught in this 10th 3 versus 3 standoff though. Oh, Gambit going to stand and fight. However, interz just standing a little bit too long in the fire. Now back to 2 versus 2. smooya just eats that grenade up. And, well, he really can't move from this position. So he's sort of pinned, and that flash though. Oh, an opportunity to level Axel. And oh, they're just going to tap that bomb, trying to find out Crims. His position is known, and now, despite doing heaps of damage, that will be another round here for Gambit. After fnatic get themselves off to a great start, Gambit start to reel them back in.
Big effort on the guns there from Gambit. fnatic, a great opening with the double Mac 10 kill, but other than that, it was hard for them to find a thing with the rifles. So at least they do have the money in the bank to fall back on. With the full buy coming through, utility for days. There's that first from Alex. And then the second for follow as well. So Gambit trying to fight fire with fire, head to head. And it didn't work initially, but it did manage to close things out there. Well played. Make the retake happen.
This round pans out. There will not be a lot of utility for Gambit to take into any retake situations. So they keep just expending it like this. Boost to Mezzi. Does take damage, so the trade is good for Axel. And fnatic are just going to back off with their presence towards B. Alex will have that fade, that smoke fade in front of him momentarily. So progression begins up towards this A bomb site.
Just a slow and steady creep. fnatic looking at contact play. CTs, they're going to send Shiro forward here. Towards the crane, in comes the flash, and there's a whole bunch of blind T's around the corner. Molly dropped to split him up, but it's going to be to push through, and fnatic jumps through the flames now, cracking heads, and Gambit, just like that, going to be losing 3 men, and Axel too far away to think about going for the round now, so he's just looking to save the AK into the next, and that's going to be the equalizer again. fnatic able to get one of these gun rounds across the line.
Yeah, look, Gambit are starting to look vulnerable on this map, and I think fnatic, they might start to sense some blood in the water here. Axel left on his lonesome, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from fnatic. There's an upward tempo. And well, things are starting to get difficult for them. That economy is not going to be fantastic. Axel will be their best chance at buying something into this next round, so... Oh, it's gone! Grims has absolutely robbed him of his weaponry. And now, they have to do this the hard way. Not surprising to see them take that tactical timeout.
So much
solid.
Going well for fnatic. Just trying to write the script themselves here, which unfortunately I leaked on stream earlier. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't want to, foil anything for you, ruin those dreams. But I guess, what do you think they're having a chit-chat about, Jim, at this point? They got a couple of pistols. Just trying to keep their heads on straight because, of course, fnatic, they do start to get too many rounds going here in the second half, then Gambit could just be 2-0'd by them.
I guess the question for Gambit is, how proactive do they need to be on this CT side? Do they just revert back to what they've been doing and, play within the bomb sites, or do they just start to take matters into their own hands?
Let's see if they're going to be able to grab anything in their hands here. nafany very far forward now. He hears the spam and he's looking for the line there in the smoke, but there's nothing to be found just yet. smooya can't spot that foot yet. Not favouring him, but the flash through. Oh, nafany was in the bloody open on a silver platter, that one. So, flash really saving the potential upset situation there. fnatic could have been in. That's a great pick to get up on the anti-eco. So, things slowing down again. Gambit just deciding where they want to go. Opting to stack the A site, it seems. And it's the wrong answer this time. Multiple choice question. There was only 2 options.
Gambit, they've made that wrong choice. But I mean, what I'm liking from fnatic is this death ball approach. However, they've telegraphed their hit onto this B bomb site. So Gambit are actually going to arrive. Oh, smooya is good for the cover. So flash is coming through from fnatic. I mean, they're going to have safe passage here onto B. It's just Shiro. And he may be able to take Brollan out, but I mean, on 1 HP, Brollan's not sticking around. He's back towards the stairs. So, fnatic are actually going to wrestle the lead away from Gambit. Oh. And Shiro gets about an 8 out of 10 for the backflip.
Okay, so, situation we're in now is that even the stats for Vertigo here at IEM Winter are lying to me too, because it seems like Fnatic are going against all odds, against all stats, and really trying to make this a 2-0 affair. They want to smack that ticket in towards the playoffs. They want to make it into the quarters. And they're certainly on the road to doing so, but Gambit back on some guns again. And if they don't start to get these rounds across the board, if they don't start to convert, then things get extremely dicey.
That's the level of importance placed on this map. Now that Molotov actually is either going to force Fnatic into a fight, or they will have to take flight. And they've opted for fight, however, Smoke has halted their progression. They're going to push towards these B stairs and eliminate that arm of the pizza. And it's just going pear-shaped for Fnatic, isn't it?
It's just so awkward for Fnatic to figure out where they need to stand now, but Mezzy trying to read the swing from Shiro, the pre-fire. He knows he's got to hit something like that because Shiro is way too quick on the stick. You can't go toe-to-toe with him. There it is, 11-11. Make a wish. We are all tied up again, and that's the round, the pivot point that Gambit needed to go in their favor. A big one to take. Bomb control, ramp control, everything falling suit. And Hobbit as well. Nice little spray down.
Hobbit's one of the few players still playing on the M4A4. And, I mean, why not? Super comfortable with it, but it's the last timeout remaining here for Fnatic. That may come back to hurt them, to be honest. Because we're not necessarily at the pointy end of this map just yet. However, they feel it is necessary to take this here and now. I mean, when you think about it, it's their tournament lifeline on the line. So, I mean, of course, they're going to want to take every opportunity available to them. However, that is the last of their attack timeout. So they're now on their own. They have to do this within freeze time. I wonder if that's going to come back to bite them. Oh, Nafany going to turn at the worst possible moment. However, recovers. Alex is the one that's still in the midst of the smoke.
Just in comes that bottom of ramp util from Gambit, trying to flood in towards the forklift. The lack thereof now, with all the changes. As Fnatic just back their way to B instead, and Axar looking to play close here at Rops. A little help in hand as well, coming through from interz, and there is some extra util to slow down the push at the moment. Axar going to be going up over the top and putting Crims, makes his way to the plywood, who will win that engagement.
Wow.
And just like that, now Hobbit slides his way to the back of sight and tries to stay sneaky, flash through, and Hobbit's going to be able to find one. Nafany chimes for two. And it's back to this 2v2 as Brollan's worried about the flank now. Smooya, a 1-on-2 to try to make it happen, but Nafany locks down B with a 4K. And it's a huge play to put Gambit back in the pole position.
Oh, man, that is exactly what the doctor ordered for Gambit. They managed to just dig in when it's needed most. Nafany chiming in. And it is a really, even distribution of frags amongst Gambit. So they've all had their moments. They're all pitching in. And that's what's getting them across the line. Faster approach now from Mezzy. Oh, this is what we like to see.
Ooh, sharp already. Great start for Shiro. Nate, though, going to be teaming up with Smooya to finish off interz. Oh my, that was awkward, Shiro. Going to aid the enemy accidentally. And it's Alex now in a 1-on-3. The pistol's not doing too much groundwork. Spotted, though. And Alex. Not only does he have Nafany, Shiro, and Axel to get past, then he's got to get the bomb. Then he's got to try to find the round buddy somewhere. And Shiro, eyes on the prize. Nafany expecting the flank in through Maze now. Positioning looking pretty good. Nafany just fighting around the girder. But the CZ not going to work out as expected for Alex. And it's a 2-round lead now. Gambit, they lost their footing for a moment here at the start of the second half, Jim. But they're really starting to fire back up just in time.
That's exactly right time to start. I guess putting the pieces together, that's exactly where Gambit are. And this is getting towards the pointy end, Mac. fnatic. What have they got here? They need to find answers and quick. They're just going to try and change the tempo. So a little bit more upward beat. However, that utility from Gambit is so well placed. It's so strong. Hobbit's going to be Molotov'd out of position. He'll be flushed. It's back to a 4v4. So early opening exchanges leave everything relatively neutral.
Down the drain, Hobbit goes. Nafany is looking for some form of vengeance. One-way smoke there on the sandbags. Can't find anything off the back of it other than crucial information. Crims as well. It's gone dry to the line. Two-man push at lane, but that one's going to be cracked open for the moment. Brollan working this one nicely, and fnatic straight back in just when you thought Gambit was starting to find some momentum. Their feet trip over themselves, and Brollan locks it down with the final kill. But it's 12-13, and fnatic still not in the lead.
And Gambit, they are facing a setback right now. Look at their economy. Axile, 1900. You've got the rest really struggling to put together a buy between them. So for them, this might be a chance to just go down to pistols and see what damage they can do. fnatic, something they need to capitalize on right now is the fact that their opposition have only got these pistols. We've seen them falter in this situation already. So we know that it's not necessarily a foregone conclusion that fnatic will be able to take this round.
Gambit with the A stack. It's looking deadly at the moment for Alex. If he puts a foot wrong, Hobbit shoulder spotted. And Alex just waiting. Some more re-aggression to come through. I'm loving this crossfire. Over towards the crane position. This is really good swing off the contact. nafany. They know that he's potentially going to be playing here, but smooya navigates his way out of danger. But for how long? It's still at 3-on-3. And the CT's looking to lock down lane. With Hobbit as well, mollied into the open. fnatic not forcing anything just yet, hoping that the mollies are going to do the groundwork for them. Shiro down to 30. And it's going to be the push inside as Crims now to lock down this plant, Jim.
He's got no cover. All the attention was turned elsewhere.
Off the back of that now, fnatic trying to figure out where they need to stand to win the bloody round. Smooya, he's gone on a bit of a hunt for the AWP himself.
Oh,
There's no place here at side. Full wrap around over to the side at lane. They're going to be able to navigate it. Messi for two. Doing so much work on these anti-ecos, and smooya chimes in also for a 13th now. It's even again, Jim.
Oh,
and
man.
we might be going to 30.
Dear me, Mac, that was such an awkward round to fnatic. They had to stand and fight. Great work from Gambit, though. They really did try and stretch fnatic as thin as possible. They had them looking every which way forth. They tried to stream down the scaffolding, strafe around the back, Verena out the front, and an old rocking chair. But let's just see what Gambit choose to do after that tactical timeout. This will actually play into the hands also of fnatic. They've used all their attack timeouts, remember, so they'll be using this as a chance to talk things over. Pretty important round for them. Probably more so. They've been the ones on the back foot for the entirety of this game, it's felt like. This, remember, is Gambit's map pick.
Quick celebration from Crims at the end there. Happy to get another round over the line. Gambit managed to win on the pistols. fnatic's chances at the map would have just been flushed out of existence. That's not the case. Here they are fighting round for round and trying to keep it as close as they possibly can. Smooya. Back himself there with the jump up the stairs. Axile trying to isolate a fight as well, but he's going to be able to come in on the flank. Brollan trades. And the bomb. It's on the back of Brollan, so he doesn't want to go in solo. Smoke there at default. And Crims as well. Going to chime in at mid, so there's the numbers advantage. And fnatic, they're going to back away and send it to A.
They are. They've got the attention of fnatic. They're going to hear this sound cue too, running back towards A. Shiro is back in position. So, one of the danger men for Gambit is going to be taking pride of position over on A. Just with that sneaky angle through bomb box. And, well, they telegraphed it. Gambit are going back into the fight. Fnatic, they're going to make this work.
Oh, the timing. Brollan make his way there to default. Sharp shot from Shiro, and it might just be what they need to get back into the round. 20 seconds. And Brollan has got some cover this time, but it's going to be interz to find the line as Shiro connects as well. Gambit not going to be giving up the lead that easy.
Oh, it's back and fro. Dear me, the money situation now over at Fnatic. They don't have the tactical timeout to talk this over. So, likely, they're just going to have to buy what they can. They're going for the hero AK though, Max. So this could get interesting. They're only going to be able to just support that with pistols and another Galil. So, smooya. He has the hopes and dreams of Fnatic on this map on his shoulders. They may surrender match point. Shiro though, going to take aggro with that AWP on A ramp.
Smooya hunting for this entry over the top of the smoke. But again, it's just one of these common angles. Gambit, however, not going to spam it. Fnatic trying to stay sneaky from here. The flash not phasing them. As they look to edge forward. Gambit, two-man re-aggression. In behind Shiro. Trying to see if he can find a line, find an opening. There's some extra util coming through as well. Shiro. He's dancing with the devil here. A deagle this close range. There it is. The leg comes through, and that's going to be the opening. nafany only able to find two, which could be enough. But again, it's going to be the numbers advantage for Fnatic as they move into the post plant, and it might be another found on the back of a very lackluster buy. Axile, a 1-on-3 on the horizon. Stops the cross from smooya. His position now spotted. Almost connecting onto Brollan, who's edged away. Over towards elbow. He's got a kick this time.
He might just choose to stick this. And he does, but Mezzy is closing the gap. Bring up the 14th round for Gambit, and this is where disaster strikes for Gambit. Oh, they're going to try and buy what they can into this. They're going to go for the two terrible buys. Just try and make their way through the hard way. So Fnatic, early presence shown towards B. They're death balling their way in. They're going to back off though, after taking that early firefight. The utility situation over at Gambit. Not going to allow them too much. Oh, interz though, that's a handy frag to take.
Okay, smooya. Able to even the odds here. But again, it's just like bullying with these rifles. Gambit, solid crossfire. Hobbit able to peek off the contact now, but how's the isolation? It's the flash to open. It's actually the team flash coming through. Devastation from Fnatic. But the round's still going.
Grim's on point. So they've got some homework to do here. They will have to dislodge that player. They do have a Molotov to be able to do so, so that might be able to just get rid of, there we go, Hobbit. He's going to have to make a move. And so they still have to try and fight the two remaining players over here at B. In the meantime though, they will be joined by nafany. Oh, Shiro!
Okay.
Oh, this is going pear-shaped.
And Gambit, they're doing it, Jim, with the pistols, but Brollan stands into their way. 58 HP. Headshot spotted. And interz and nafany, they want to try to make this work. Great patience. Maybe stop that from going down. Brollan tapping, waiting for the swing through, but Gambit, they're playing the clock. They're playing it so smart. The lineup could be here, but the smoke is cover, and Brollan, he's whiffed the clip. He's kicking himself for that one. Gambit happy as Larry as they go back into the lead. 15 secured, and with the pistols, that means they'll be able to have another buy, but it's not looking too great because the economy's all over the place, Chip.
Oh, no, that is just disastrous for fnatic. That was the most awkward fight I've seen on B, and I'm sure fnatic feel the same. They did the right thing. They used the utility to flush out Hobbit, but man, you can't let pistols do that kind of damage to you. Yes, they stacked the B bomb site. That's disastrous. nafany getting pushed down. Okay. Brollan's taking a lot of damage. He might be better off just to give that AK to somebody else.
He's read your mind, Jim. Great protocols displayed by fnatic, but big damage and info from nafany on the push. Where to from here, Gambit? Happy just to leave Hobbit there. But sandbags, man's got an AK. And hoping that the economy's cracked from fnatic, there's that one molly to play with. And if it's thrown to the right position, could definitely be deadly. Shadow of Hobbit not spotted yet. The team looking with forward eyes on the prize. It's not a trade just yet. Crim's over the top of the sandbags. Manages to put it down middle stump. And in the 3-on-3, Shiro going to be boosted over the top now. Not able to stop the bomb from going to site just yet. And the plant will come through. Gambit, how do they posture for this one on the retake?
Well, they do have 2 smokes, so that is some positive news for them. So Alex, he's only got the MP9 and the Deagle, so he's going to just try and brawl his way through this. He's going to walk through that smoke too, so this could be actually quite a pickle for Gambit because they don't know he's in that smoke.
He's sitting on the bomb. And it's perfect that there's no one defusing. Alex reveals his hand, and the CTs hold strong, but they're running low on time. How's the spam? Mezzy gets him off the bomb for the moment, but they're running out of time. And it's Shiro. He's too late. It's going to overtime for map 2 as well, Jim. And oh my lord, Gambit, they get all the kills, but not all the beans. Look, we know you love Counter-Strike, so not only did we get you an overtime on Inferno, we heard you wanted some more Vertigo as well, so you know, you better believe we wrote the script to go to overtime, because Gambit, they weren't done, but neither were fnatic. They reckon they've got more in store for us as we head into overtime again. Jim, which way do you see this one heading now?
I don't know. I've got my quill and I've got my ink and I'm writing the script as we speak. Now, I will add that it's being written on parchment too, as Shiro opens up quite nicely onto smooya. So already in OT here, they've carved themselves out an advantage. fnatic. Ooh, okay, this one's starting to skew the way of Gambit.
Something. Brollan as well. Fully flashed, but the man's still going to be looking to go forward. Axile forces his way up to double stack. And this double AWP setup seems to be exactly what Gambit were looking for. And this util, perfect to put the boys in the right position to succeed. It's Gambit with a 3-man advantage now. And Messi and Crims could not have seen rougher days right now. Shiro as well, standing in the way with Hobbit able to swing off of the contact. You can't peek this man. He is firing up, doing everything that Gambit need him to do. As it's Messi on half HP, looking to clutch. It's overtime. So you go for these regardless of the situation.
Yeah, look, he's been great so far. However, that's just a bridge too far. Great statement from Gambit, though, in his first round of OT. And they just shut fnatic out. So it's going to be back to the drawing board for them. What can they do here? I mean, they've tried to use the prog smokes up toward the A ramp. It's just getting picked through it. Double AWP setup for Gambit too. And why not?
Nafany. He dodged the molly for the moment. Spam through. He'll survive on 1 HP. How? I don't know, but the molly not going to finish him off either. So he's just looking to dump the util before falling, getting as much damage done as he possibly can. And Hobbit, he's used his last smoke as well, just dropping the old underarm. Looking to try to use it as some cover. Going forward, but no one falling just yet.
Just dead silence, radio silence here from fnatic as the smoke starts to fade. Now, Hobbit in a very forward position. He's going to be the one to take first contact. Oh, Messi cops so much damage through that scaffolding spam. Oh, off the line here. No time to react for Hobbit. And now they're going to try and flush out the sandbag. Shiro needs to be careful. He's going to have his toes burnt. But quite a bit of chip damage actually done now to fnatic with those nades. Oh, Shiro's going to run the gauntlet.
Solid hold. Interz gets the groundwork done, but fnatic still able to play with the man advantage. And Shiro 1 bullet away from his grave, as is Nafany. As now we see the wrap back, but Gambit, they've made the hard read, and with 20 seconds, they don't know which way to go. They're going to start to split up. Axile spots it, but won't be able to connect now. And there's some more impact. Nafany somehow finds his first kill on 1 HP. And Shiro here, oh, peeks into smooya, who's feeling it with the AWP now. And it's a 16-16 affair.
That's a much better recovery from fnatic. They were shut out of the first round. Oh. Let's see whether or not they can start to pile on some rounds here. T-sides have been actually surprisingly good. But I mean, overtime's a totally different affair. Usually by this stage you've exhausted all your options. Your opponent's starting to making some reads. This is where you start to pull out the top shelf stuff. Stuff that you're saving for when guests arrive. Serve it in fine china. And honestly, you don't touch it for the rest of the year.
Fnatic looking to be as thorough as they possibly can. They're the advantage into the half, and there it is. Nade stack comes through. They know that Axile's been playing close there. Move towards Rops. Gambit, they're looking for an equalizer. Barrel not poking through the plywood this time, but they're expecting Mezzi to be popping up the top, and it's going to be a smoke on the right side. Interz, he's gone forward and found a world of info too. So, Gambit start to send some troops back towards A for the moment, but fnatic still here, ready and waiting.
Brollan's going to be caught off guard here. By Interz. The trade, though, from Crims is solid. So, they have had some trouble getting onto this B-bomb site, fnatic, and, well, smooya just falls, and that is going to be Gambit with the slight advantage there, 2-1. And remember, first and 19 in this first set of OT. They're looking to switch sides and make this T side their own. fnatic now, the pressure's on them.
Let's see if they can find the answer. Because fnatic's CT side, in regulation, definitely left something to be desired. Gambit, so damn good. The reads, positioning, everything on the T side, and Brollan, ooh, can't quite connect. Nafany dodging those bullets, dancing like a champion.
Hobbit again, just taking control. Scaffolding, that smoke's actually just going to impede his vision. I think Brollan's just going to take the plunge. He's just going to dump a clip into the wall. Needs to be careful though. Hobbit might be there next time to pounce.
Speaking of pouncing though, Jim, Alex making the jump up on the sandbags as well, with smooya covering the line. It's a nice little CT setup, and looks like it's going to be the dry push in. However, Hobbit already breaks one of the pieces of the puzzle. Alex going forward for two. And a boost up. Shiro! Oh, he's going to be able to hold his life alive for the moment. As Crimson Mezzi rotate in to try to save the day for fnatic, but Gambit hunting for the position of map point. Clock ticking all the way down. And Crims, he's got a molly here. There's no smoke on the T's, and this could be exactly what fnatic need to snag around out of nowhere. It's going to be the open plant, but no swing from Crims. Not in time. Bomb goes down, and Gambit somehow managed to get that planted. Mezzi, he's looking for more. Down to half, and the T's, they want to fight this one together. Shiro and Axile next to one another, facing the same angle. But that gives Mezzi a chance to maybe make the transfer happen. Axile gets it across the line, and there you have it. In OT, Gambit take us to map point. fnatic looking to play for OT2 now.
Okay. fnatic now have their backs up against the wall. They don't want to go to a third map. So remember, this map drops, and they go to overpass, which arguably is like splitting hairs between these two teams again. Oh,
Little decisions, changing it up over and over. Working once, not working twice. Who bloody knows?
Yeah.
This
remember,
time though, Gambit just going to be sending it back in the other direction.
got over 30 rounds now of conditioning that these players have had to endure. So certainly those small tweaks, big differences.
Well, ramp control in the hands of fnatic. This aggression over the top though. Nafany trying to find a line, and it's the smoke push timing, a huge factor, and Alex finds himself a victim. But that's going to be the two-man advantage now, and Gambit not committing. Throwing that molly, looking to sell the fake and draw some eyes from fnatic. They got Mezzi pushing here at B in the corner. Finds one, not the second, but the bomb's now spotted. Let's see If fnatic choose the right site to sack, they got so many to get past. Bomb on the ground. And Gambit, they've got 40 seconds to make the retrieval mission happen.
Okay. Stabilizing frag here now. Rolling. Oh, okay. Leaving 1 on 2 for Shiro, who has been fantastic so far in this series. Would he be taking us to a 3rd map for Gambit?
Oh, well, Jimmy's won that 1-on-4 earlier.
He's got the
And he's
orb.
got the AWP in hand now. Comes close to the line, in comes the smoke, and with the time, Shiro sticks it, but it's Brollan over from elbow instead to lock down another for fnatic. They're hungry, and they want this 2-0 on a silver platter.
This round just had so many twists and turns. It's a great recovery, though, from fnatic. Brollan, again, he has just lit this match up at the right time. I mean, he has his moments, doesn't he? Just when it looks like he's having an inconsistent game, there just seems to be this switch that goes off inside his circuitry. Oh, Alex, no, the timing on that is all wrong. He's copping the flash at the worst possible moment.
They pulled it back from the man down position before. fnatic getting proactive. Use that molly as cover, but in comes that push there at yellow. It's the 2-man swing, and it's worked out to even up the odds now. Crims mollied in, but he's going to be able to fall away in time as Gambit edge forward. There's 4 players lurking on the other side of the smoke there, Jim.
Look pretty ominous. Okay. Smooya looking good on that defense. Brollan, no. Tracking aim, not quite good enough. And now, well, Gambit, they still have some time. As those smokes will rain in. That Molotov is just going to mean Smooya is locked into the fight, though. Doesn't quite hit that shot. Crims is up, though. Always a danger. He turns his back at the wrong moment and leaves Smooya and Mezzy in a 2 versus 2. Mezzy will soon join through the smoke, though.
Smooya, that scope's been heard. It's going to be Gambit looking to take the fight in the 2-on-1 with him, but so close, Mezzy. Just around the corner, Shiro waiting for the push over the top, and it's perfect. There you go. fnatic fighting for overtime number 2. 18 apiece on the board.
Oh, this map, it's still going. And there we go. Gambit finally taking their last tactical timeout. fnatic, remember, it was 11-11. They used their last tactical timeout so long ago now in this match that they've just had to ride the wave. And nafany head in hand. What do you do at this point, right? Like you've run so much. I feel as though Gambit have played quite a bit of Vertigo already.
Well, you got to think about it as well. fnatic, this is their 3rd overtime today, their 5th map. And with all the overtime rounds, you may as well call it a 6th map, and they might have to play a 7th. If Gambit claw it back here in double OT, everyone able to play their plans, execute those strats because they got money for everything that they need with 16k OT. Let's see if anything changes. Gambit going to be starting on the T side this time. Gonna ride that wave.
Working their way around this utility. Gambit, very careful not to walk into the trap. So just, I don't know how many times we've seen this, just grouping up behind the utility. Crims, though, has the power of position towards the B stairs and the wealth of information that does come with that. So, for Gambit, just going to expand what utility they do have. Crims is actually going to leave Mezzy in a very forward position. big stack over towards his A ramp from fnatic. They're all going to try and fight this. I don't know. This can go either one of two ways.
Well, it's gone interz way this time. 2 men found, and smooya has to try to save the day. But again, Gambit, they've just pumped the brakes. They don't roll off these picks. They don't want to try to put a foot wrong. Need to clear every single corner. Secure every single percentage of the round possible. The swing starts to come up lane. smooya not able to connect. Crims falls. And the round looking like it's about to crumble. Molly, though, again, just going to be trying to deny the plant for long enough. There's seconds to make it happen. And the bomb's going to be planted. Good coverage. Will survive the round for Gambit. Keeping it in the bag and taking them into the lead yet again, 19-18.
Now, fnatic, surely disappointed with that. But, I mean, as I said, it could go either one of two ways on that A ramp. They stood. They looked to take those fights, take those duels. And, I mean, it all went the way of interz. That was basically as close as it gets to just a raw firefight. Crims takes some damage early on. And, well, Alex has done this quite a few times, just trying to sneak down the right-hand side of this A ramp. It's been caught out. Yet he keeps on trying.
Approach again. Will it pay off? It seems fnatic. I'm not seeing this spam. There's a lot of teams that use it over from the lane in through yellow down to that boost. fnatic, of course. Go for the sneaky approach. Through the smoke, Brollan. Not going to find any damage. Crims quite low. After copping a beating early on in the round, but he's still got heaps of util. Throw around to lend that helping hand. It's going to be a ramp taken, and Gambit looking like to go for the full commit. This time at A. Alex close and checked as well. Hobbit swinging wide. Ooh. It's going to be a big double dink in towards lane. smooya falling, and Gambit just waltzing their way in bit by bit, pick by pick, everything going their way.
Oh dear. That's not what the doctor ordered. So, Mezzy, he's got to go for it. And, well, that is a disastrous attempt from fnatic. So, they need this round here. Otherwise, the task gets difficult for them as they head onto that T side.
See if there's any change. Come into round whatever bloody number it is now. It'll be 39. smooya. Going to find some more success with the AWP now. nafany just edging in the smoke, and the timing favors smooya. nafany clears his scaff. It's going to be a pick both ways as Hobbit finds one more as well. That's Crims falling at mid. And with no mid control, fnatic gonna have to reinvest Brollan to that position. Weaken the A-site defense, but they've got a whole lot of control. smooya gazing straight over towards Forklift as Gambit start to make their way up towards B here. Mezzy line on the flash, but info, there's a pick. Ooh. And the bomb spotted as well. So in come the troops from Gambit.
Okay, this is go time here for Mezzy. He needs to make sure he doesn't overextend himself. He was trying to get the information, but you can see though, Gambit are just happy to hold, force fnatic into making these mistakes and punish them for over-peaking. Now, Shiro is going to cop some damage from that grenade. However, he's going to work his way around this smoke and see whether or not he can isolate a duel. fnatic, they know that this B hit is telegraphed.
Smoke fading. Ticking. Oh. Shiro hits that! Lines it up straight through the girder. It's Alex over the top to look to even the odds. Back to the one-on-one we go, and look who it is. Smooya up against Shiro. Orb on orb action. But look, I don't back Smooya after Shiro's hitting shots like that. This man is not missing much today.
No, it's not that I don't back smooya, it's that I back Shiro. He's hitting him. If he had a HE in his hands, yeah, maybe, but big work to be done here from smooya. That smoke is just going to trickle on in. However, that's not, not going to provide cover. The flash off the line. Smooya's just going to straight stick this.
And the bomb, it's not planted for him. There it is. fnatic find one in the first half of double OT, Jim. It got dangerous. And Smooya said, you know what? I don't back myself either. I'm not peeking this man again. We're just sticking it to win it.
Yeah, sometimes you've just got to back yourself to basically not fake. Pros don't fake, and that's exactly the approach smooya had to go for. And, well, we now send ourselves into just this endless loop of OTs. Just remember, Gambit are fighting for their IEM Winter 2021 tournament lifeline. This is an elimination match. One of these teams is not going to be here after today.
Oh, yeah. Gambit going to be dropping this boost at Crane. Very tall angle. fnatic may not expect if they do commit to the ramp push, but for now they're happy just to wait the clock down. Run back all the paces. Shiro on a nasty line, and he won't miss those. No flash, blinding them away this time. A 4-man commitment from Gambit over towards A. And with all of that information, with the pick, send it back to B instead, but smooya chimes in with the AWP shot of his own.
Okay. Set piece onto B. He's going to have Gambit. So, just trying to get as much information as he can. Oh, he's got a peek on the back of that flash. That's perfect from Shiro. And, well, fnatic, they've got to siphon into this bomb site. There's no flashes left. Crims has got to use anything he can. Double stack is just too powerful.
Yeah, that's a lot of CTs, Jim. And smooya, oh, he's going to connect on the Axile. Last-ditch effort, but it's not quite enough. And Gambit put themselves on to map point. Of course, that magic number is 22. And OT number 2. They're 1 round away from reaching that. fnatic again, going to have to string 2 together to keep their lives here on Vertigo alive. Just going the distance every single time, every single map. And you know, if we're going to a third, if it's not overtime, I'm actually going to be disappointed.
Oh, look, if you're going to drag us this far into the, the Spider-Verse, you've got to give us something worth dragging us in for. Yeah,
Sleep is for the weak.
Sleep is definitely not for us. All right. Busting on out. Okay, double stack on this A-ramp. Nafany. That's beautiful.
Been used a fair few times from both sides, but it hasn't found anything until this round. Going deep into the paint now, and the CT's unable to connect anything through that stack push. nafany retains lane. They're not going to be pincered on the A site just yet. Defenders still all standing here. And interz wants to go forward. Looks like there may be a flash coming through, but it's going to be going both ways. nafany blinded, sees one. And Shiro, another. Bringing it back down to Crims, the last remaining player, the man that has been popping off all day so far for fnatic. He's had a slightly rough game this time, but the man is the master of a clutch.
Got some time to work with, so I mean, I highly doubt that Gambit are going to split and push in this situation, but Crims has got to take no chances. Got 22 seconds now to try and make something work with that bomb being out in the open. There's nobody from Gambit with eyes on it. They're going to just try and group up in this situation. They have no information where Crims is, where he was, who he's with. And well, the bomb plant will actually come in. So he's going to aggress, and that'll be it. That'll be Gambit taking us through to a third map after a hard-fought battle on Vertigo. We'll be back after the break to take a look at how this map panned out.